Bodacious, the voice of reason. I'm back, y'all. Just to kind of identify with us is how we separate everything. I mean, we talk down about each other almost on every occasion, or we want to battle each other. I can mention how I read Francis Krauss Welson's or the ISIS papers, or I can make a reference from that about the albino mutant or what, any intelligence. And before I can even finish online or whatever, I have two or three people challenging me, or competing, trying to compete with me on where I get my information from, or uh, they know more than I do. And to clarify everything, I'm still learning. One thing I've learned that I don't know nothing. Only the creator of all things has supreme intelligence. I'm still learning. I'm a student of the universe, of everything that happened to me since I existed is my history, and what can be proven prior. So um, I'm not a know-it-all. I'm basically trying to learn and basically come up with some solutions on how to dismantle a system of injustice. But first of all, anything we do, we have to have a collective. I mean, I can't do it myself. I can start and I can try, um, but it'll be fall on deaf ears because of the unawareness and unconsciousness of so many people of the system we live in. It just dawns on me, every time I get into a conversation, I can say, we can take gangs. Like I started gang banging it basically 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, active from certain years. And before I can get finished the sentence out of my mouth, I got a list of people challenging me. No, you couldn't have been doing it at 13, woo, woo, without even fact finding or doing any research or anything else. So I'm like, okay, these are the people I have to deal with. So um, we can get on Clubhouse sometime, and I may mention we talk about uh, white folks and white supremacy, and blacks are challenging us on that. Like, you shouldn't be talking about that. You know what I'm saying? We should be doing this and we should be doing that. So I want to kind of enlighten, all our followers. Don't forget to like and subscribe, to have patience. And I think that's something we need to acquire when we dealing with our people, because no black person on this planet has figured out how to dismantle the system of white supremacy to this day. Um, and we all suffer from it. Some people are at the point to where this is so uh, unconscious that this is normal. I mean, we're supposed to be uh, like this because this is all we know, or we've been indoctrinated to believe that this is the best thing that ever happened to Earth. So you can't get mad, or you can. I mean, people get mad or whatever they want to, but you can't just hold these people accountable for what somebody else done, and they're not aware of it, and we never put the blame where it lies. I mean, we have to start putting the blame where it lies. We have to blame the people why we're here, the reason we're here, the reason we act like we act, the reason we don't get along. You know, and start that. Whenever I do any research, I start at the source. I go back as far as I can go to the beginning of any source of why um, I don't have the knowledge of this facts. So I'll go to the source and get the knowledge and ask questions and find out until I can get 100% proof that this is correct or this is truth. And it helps me out to when people do debate me, or when you have the opposition or the system come at me and say, uh, where'd you get this from? How do you know this? Especially when it comes to law or whatever. You want to be able to fact find, and present your case as this is authentic facts and the truth. We know that the truth is certain within itself. No matter what you do, the truth is eternal. It's never going anywhere. You can try to cover it up or dig it up and lie on top of it, but the truth is in itself certain. So it'll be there from eternity. And I'm just telling our people before we start bashing and challenging, we want to challenge everything you do, even with somebody. I mean, we compete on every level um, instead of trying to find out why are we like this. Why are we speaking English? Whose language is this? Why are we in a situation to where it's like 50 years ago we were better off than we are now? And my biggest agenda is to basically teach us or youngsters or whatever how to get along without doing great harm to each other. Because we're damaged people, we're prisoners of war, and we think that this is normal. I mean, and it's not hard to when you're born into something. You know, and your skin color is your prison jacket or your guilt automatically. You're born into this, and you respond to um, just this is a norm or a culture. And speaking of culture, I don't even think we really have one. And if we do, it's pitiful to say the least, because we're so competitive. We can't get together and do nothing. Like I tell everybody, I think the only thing black folks have ever got together and done correctly was the electric slide, you know. And then you have somebody to try to outdo the other person. If they're doing it, they want to flip around and hit the ground and jump back up or whatever because we're so competitive. And I think maybe we should, in my opinion, have a little more patience with each other and share certain information to maybe um, you can kind of get them to start thinking different and make them start looking at their life and say, okay, why is my life like this? Why do I have to work 30 years for a company instead of I can create, um, wealth for myself and my family? Why is this like it is? Why do I allow and Malcolm said it best, only a foolish people allow their enemy to teach their children. And it's a law that if you don't allow them to teach your children, basically, you go to jail, but you can do a lot at home. So I'm just um, putting it out there that we have to do a lot better with each other because people are talking about reparations. And I heard a young dude the other day on Clubhouse was saying that California is prepared to give reparations, but are we and I can't tell nobody what to do or what they want or whatever. But I think as an individual, I don't want nobody telling me what will repair me, but me. They talk about reparations. Yeah, we all need repairing. That's all reparations mean, repairing. So my repair may go back to my great 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 grandmother as long as they were subjected to slavery or whatever up under the guise of racism and white supremacy. So if somebody just say, "Hey, look, we get reparations. We want to give everybody a check for $2 million, $3 million," that's good if that's what you need for you and your family. I need a little more, or I need to go to my family and sit down and have a huddle and say, "What do we need to repair this family?" You know, and some of my friends and say, "What do we need to repair us to a point to where we're functional and we build a society to the civil." To where we get along. Because right now, if you give certain people a certain amount of money, it's just going to damage us more. Because now you got financial um, terrorists, basically. You know what I'm saying? You financing destruction. So I'm just at a point now where I'm a student, but I want to be able to share information and kind of let people know, have some patience with people that are not on your mental level yet, because it took me years. This was not no overnight thing. It took me to my like, wow, late 30s to just become aware of the conditions we are as a people, because I was out there null and void. I could care less what society did. I made my own rules, and I feel if you don't go by my rules, then there's punishment. And it haunted me. I mean, it worked. I mean, to a psychotic, to somebody that's psychotic, but in the long run, when reality, when I no longer suffer from psychosis and reality kicked in, I'm back to square one or even further back. And I'm like, wow, how do I fix this? So first thing I had to learn to get along with me because I hated me. That's how deep this thing go. You know, I hated myself. That's a cold piece right there. When you can't stand yourself, because if you love yourself, literally, you're not going to put no kind of controlled substance in your body, no alcohol, no tobacco, especially when you can't handle it. Some people are functioning with it. I was dysfunctional. Um, so I had to get a grip on what was wrong with me and what was wrong with me, the choices I made. So now that uh, thank God, I've been sober since '89. No substance, no nothing. You know, food and water and vegetables and fruit. And I'm still got stuff to deal with. You know, aches and pains. You know, age gonna come. There's no remedy for that. You're gonna age. You can just try to stay in the best shape. You know, you possibly can, and you know, and take care of yourself. But there's a mental state that crushes us, and that's us against us, and we have to combat that. See, we fight two or three different battles, you know, and everybody talk about, well, if you rebuild the community, that's fine. If we rebuild Black Wall Street, that's fine. If we get economical generational wealth, that's fine. But if you took every white person off the planet right now and put them on Mars, and we had our own, we don't get along. And I want people to really emphasize on this. We don't get along at all. We will kill each other at the blink of an eye, or we will undermine, backbite, um, sabotage. The culture that we come from is so backwards to the point to where it became normal. Backwardness became a normal, and it's just psychotic. So where, like I said, my agenda is to kind of rectify and straighten some of this out. We can't leave Earth like we found it. I don't think none of us was put here to just lead this thing like this. And if we are, then this thing was messed up from the jump, you know. But I know the Creator didn't create us to just be subjected to this kind of treatment. I know He put us here, in my opinion, to solve problems, because everything have a problem. That's why when a baby come out, he start crying because he know he got problems from birth. So my opinion is, when each one teach one, is to be better at getting along with each other. You know, speak, smile. I mean, everywhere you go, when you see an African American, if you look at them, they're either mad dogging you or in fear that if you looking at them a certain way, you want to take something from them. And they're not too far off. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a tendency to have been indoctrinated to with ourselves that we're nothing, we're less than, and we start believing that. Like I said, you start calling people something like three-fifths a human, or descended from an ape, or whatever, you know, they start to really believe it or start acting it out subliminally. You know, like I said, you can call me Batman. I mean, they start walking around with a baseball bat, a Louisville Slugger, or put a cape on. Because after so much repetition, it's going to become a habit. And that's what you think your thoughts become. So you want to start putting good thoughts out there and give our people patience. Quit attacking the ones that ain't got there yet. Everybody hasn't got there yet. There's almost like three stages. And I'll use basically my analogy of the stages that I'm in, because I have a street name, Gary Prater. I have, that's a government name that they gave me, Mr. Prater's property. Then I have a street name, Bodacious Bubs, which I acquired with somebody give me all these names. I've acquired through the street life. Then I have Akil Fudal Kelfani, and I'll defy that, which is my conscious name, which Akil means intelligent. Kelfani means excellent in character. And, oh, I may have got it wrong. It's Akil Fudal Kelfani. Let me do it over. Akil means intelligence. Fudal means excellent in character. And Kelfani means destined to rule. So let me straighten that out. Ooh, I ain't used it. I need to use that more. Believe me, I used to use it more. But now, right now, I'm doing a bodacious thing. You know, I'm putting the street thing to get to the conscious thing. So, um, we all have, and that's what a trilogy is to me, in my opinion, studying trilogies, just like they use in Christianity. They would say that Jesus is the trilogy, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. There's a trilogy that, um, if you live long enough, you may get a chance to live a trilogy and be something of greatness, to where in your legacy that you created something great and made Earth just a little bit better before you left here. So um, I just want to tell everybody to have a little patience with our people and talk to them. Don't talk at them, because I mean we get no soon somebody get. I mean if it's $1 more an hour, you say, oh, he made $15. I'll make $16 an hour. That like that's some equates to me being better than you or smarter or having more intelligence. No, it just means that's what they're doing right now, and that's what you're doing right now. It shouldn't be a factor. But we confront each other on any little thing. I'll get feedback from this. Oh, you supposed to be in touch. You forgot how what's your name? Just and I'm like, okay, I had a human uh, brain cramp right quick. You know what I'm saying? But it comes back. And age has something to do with that too. So I'm in my early 60s. So, but no excuses, no excuses. But that's how we are. And we have to change that. We have to change and with our sisters and it's funny because one time I'm on Facebook with the homie Keith Celestine, the homie from Corner Pocket. And I said, check this out, homie. I'm gonna do a little experiment. Because I was putting conscious stuff up there. I'm trying to enlighten my people. So that's why I want as many followers. Even if I don't know you, I'll have you a friend on Facebook. So maybe I could just reach that one person to say, to get like-minded. So I tell her homie, I said, man, I'm putting out great content, for us learning, or trying to, dismantle the system of injustice. I get 10 likes. So one day I said, Keith, check this out, homie. I'm gonna go on there and say, man, fools, if y'all don't pay my money, I'm Bodacious Bubs. I'm coming at y'all. I'm getting ready to tear you up. This Compton Crip, no, neighborhood Compton Crip, fool for life. Y'all did, yeah, I'm the king of set tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm a set, loped out, banging set tripping gangster. You know what I'm saying? And man, I got like 1,000 likes almost. And I was like, this is madness. I had people calling me on the phone. Bodacious, what's up, homie? You know what I'm saying? Where they at? I'm like, man, it's an experiment, homie. But I love my homies because they was right there. I'm like, no, I was just trying something. But I had to tell my homies, hey, cool down. No, it's just me trying to get a point across to one of the homies and show how negative we are. Even home girls. You know what I'm saying? And then when I exposed it and said it was just a prank to get people's attention, you know, uh, the homegirl was like, well, we supposed to stick together. I like, we do stick together, but we got to get positive. We're at an age to where we're senior citizens. You know what I'm saying? And we should be acting accordingly. And I love my people because they had my back 100%. I was even kind of shocked because I didn't even know half the people that looked at Facebook that wasn't in my friend list that called and was like, "What's up, homie?" You know, Especially Gangster. He the first one. He got me on speed dial. What's up, homie? You need? I was like, no. I was just trying something. I'm experimenting. But that shows how negative we are. We love this negative. I mean, we gravitate to negativity. We just gravitate to it like it's a magnet. And I was like, okay, now I know I got a lot of work to do. I have work to do. So y'all, this is Bodacious, the voice of reason. We can do better. Podcast coming out soon. My channel will be here probably now on as long as we upright. So y'all have a blessed day, and I'm out.